A little bit late today. It's been back-to-back calls all morning. Let's just start to get this energy moving with our opening prayer. Oh, good Spirit, Father, Sky, Mother, Earth, the winds, the waters, my Father, my Mother, Atana, all that is. We thank you for our lives, and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended, that our pain be lifted, to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Oh, amen. Namaste. So remember, I'm streaming from Restream. So if you want me to see your name, you either have to accept or you just have to add your name onto the end of whatever questions you have for the angels today. We are full steam going into our Soulmate Shadow Work Week, and we have our masterclass tonight. It's going to be incredible. It's amazing what happens when you start getting really honest with the angels and figuring out what you really need. So feel free to post your questions. With the angel readings, it can be about anything. It can be about business, it can be about romance, it can be about your personal life, it can be about your health, and the angels will help you to find the solutions that you're looking for. Hello, beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to dive right in there with some questions. Okay. Oh, and it's December. So only like 24 sleeps till Christmas. Yes, I am a Christmas person, just so you know. I'm a very, very big Christmas person. Okay. Scrolling down, I forget how much we've been doing together over the last few weeks when I'm looking for our questions. Okay, here we go. Gotcha. Okay, I would appreciate guidance on my life direction. I'm in a stage where there isn't growth in my job and I'm unsure about which way to take. Should I look for a new job or go more in on my business? Okay, let me bring in the business angels because I'm already immediately getting shown that you need to go all in on your business. So let's just bring in the business angels. I'm going to bring Archangel Metatron to help you stay true to your divine life path and to help you take it seriously so that you can really level up. And increase your self-trust so that you know that you can quantum jump or leap into the person who knows that they can provide for themselves, that they do incredible work. Okay, there we go. That's looking a lot better already. Okay, why can't I lose belly fat? Is there something still there? Thank you. So immediately your angels are showing me that like very often belly fat around the thighs is around protection. So working on the fat is a waste of your time. Fat actually produces hormones, right? So as you get older, fat produces estrogen. And when your ovaries stop producing estrogen or decrease the amount of estrogen we're producing, one of our body's ways, if we're not able to get those hormones from our diet, from things like flaxseed or sunflower oil, there are many natural sources of estrogens in the diet, including things like Agnus castus and there are loads, right? But if you're not getting it from your diet, then your body will hold on to fat because fat makes estrogens. So can we show you how to include maybe seed cycling in your diet and work on feeling safe to be beautiful at every age? Archangel Raphael's coming in. So Raphael, the name means beauty of God, right? So she does a lot of organization, a lot of energy clearing, a lot of divine right order and structure work. And she's often the one that guides us to get organized, to put in systems, to put in the roots. So she can be quite bossy at times, but she's also the one that comes in to help us recognize divine beauty, our own beauty, and the beauty in others. There we go. Okay, there we go. Hi, Skylar. Thank you lots for the guidance this morning at 5 a.m. to start over with Tony Robbins. Just needed some fuel for my purpose. Old neglect wound shows up with anxiety. I was talking about the neglect wound on TikTok the other day, and it's such a big deal because people think that they can't take care of themselves because they don't have enough time or they don't have enough support. But the reality is the reason that they don't have enough time and support is because they have a neglect wound. Right? So when you have a neglect wound, you believe that no one would support you. You believe that you don't deserve time to yourself. You actually feel guilty when you're doing self-care. So then you sabotage it and you attract people in. There was one question yesterday at the very end where I really saw one of the ladies going, they didn't understand. Like they said, I don't have any blocks to visibility, but I just keep, having things happen. Either I have to pay the bills or I have to do this or I have to do this. Something always comes up when I'm about to take care of myself and when I'm about to step into my power or my business. And that means you have a block. I'm working on the same thing right now on visibility at a new level because I'm very visible to you guys. I'm very visible across my social media channels. But every time I get an opportunity to be in a newspaper or to publish a book, my heart still goes, right? So what happens is I avoid it or I hide or there's a financial problem and then I can't afford it. And it's because I'm still afraid. So I'm working that. I'm working on my past lives so that I can be free to get to that next stage of visibility. But it's the exact same thing. If you find things crop up, so you never have time with your husband, or you never have time to work on your business, or you never have time with your kids, that's a massive sign that there's something to work on right there, that love is blocked in that area and that you don't feel worthy. Right? Don't feel worthy of being a wife. Don't feel worthy of being a mom. Don't feel worthy of having income. And especially in your business, if you let people distract you from doing the needle moving things inside your business, the things that are going to increase your income and let you serve more people and make a bigger impact, and you're busy doing things that are not in your zone of genius, that have absolutely nothing to do with what you want to do with your life, right? And you feel like you're buried under a mountain of paperwork, then that's you not feeling worthy of being a spiritual teacher or being a healer. So there's a lot of energetic clearing around that. So can we do it for everybody? Would that be okay? Can we let the angels have access to this self-neglect wound? Just pull out this belief that we're just going to be neglected and we may as well accept it. It's a fact of life. And when we were little, people neglected us. There was nothing we can do. But now we're adults, so we're going to put our big girl pants on or our big boy pants on. And we're going to create a life where we are supported, because not only are we worthy of it, but we're going to demonstrate it for the world. There we go. Okay, that's looking good. Ali saying, hi Sky, happy Christmas. Hi, happy Christmas. I really am. I'm such a Christmas googe. I love everything Christmassy. Okay, can you please tell me if there's a breakthrough in the corner? Oh, Ali, as I'm tuning into you, the first thing that I'm feeling is that your heart is still closed. So can you just breathe into that beautiful heart for me? Can we bring in Archangel Raphael to just pour in some beautiful sparkly green light into your heart? There we go. Hi, Sky. Angie here. Hello, Angie. I'm joining you for Medical Intuitive. Whoop, 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 whoop. How excited are the angels about that? Lots of love. The message I got yesterday, because I was actually pretty tired yesterday. And today, so much support came in. So I told you guys, I've been working on the support thing. And after sabotaging the cleaner, I finally got the cleaner coming in today. I finally manifested support. So I've got support. I actually got the first day to myself tomorrow. where I can actually have time for me. No business, no baby, just me, right? In almost 4 or 5 months. So that support thing is working for me too. And when I came off speaking to you guys after the angel reading last night, and I was dealing with booking in a few extra medical intuitive things, figuring out how I'm going to balance next year and the promotions when I'm running the workshops. And I got off and I went onto my TikTok channel, and literally the first song that opened was eyes have never seen and ears have never heard the kind of miracles that God is going to work on you. And I was sitting there going, for real? Like, those are the lyrics to the song? Like, for real? And it said, literally the next line was, get ready for overflow. And I was like, right. And it's like, God is doing something new. And I'm like, I got to find this song. I'm going to play over and over again all night. But seriously, you guys haven't seen, your eyes haven't seen, your ears haven't heard the kind of miracles that God is going to work through you as a medical intuitive. God is doing something new, right? And I am ridiculously excited and proud and honored and emotional. But yeah, there's something new happening here, not just for us, but for the whole of humanity, for the whole of medicine. That I could not be more grateful. I love it when God takes your plans for life and then gives you something better, right? So this is a little like, what's the word? A little juju for you, a little like tip for you. One of the things that I use when I'm manifesting to not block God's greatness or God's impact on my manifestations, in case he has a better plan, is this or something better. Because sometimes, I'd say at least 90% of the time, we're thinking too small about who we are, about what we're capable of, about where we're going to go. So for God to work greatness, you have to leave that space for him to do, or for her to do what it's going to do, and it's going to do something new. So that's just, so you know, that's what happened to me. That was the song that came on straight away in my heart, which was kind of tired after a very long day yesterday. Of organizing and doing the admin stuff, because I love talking to you guys, but the admin stuff is not my zone of genius at all. But it has to be done, right? And people have to be taken care of and nurtured, and things have to be organized. That was the song that just blasted my heart open and made me laugh and made me smile again. Okay. Hi, Sky. Can you please ask the angels for guidance in my business as a theta healer? What should I do in the next 6 months? Okay. Business angels, show me what she should do. Okay, so they're immediately taking me over to your social media channels, and they're saying that you need to show up and do 2 kinds of posts a day. The first is a post where you're teaching, and the second is a post where you are being clear about what you offer, right? So one is where you're teaching, and one is being clear about what you offer. 2 posts a day consistently, and they're showing me less than 40 hours before you start seeing the flow of your divine soulmate clients. Okay, but stop avoiding the social. Actually, Archangel Raphael is coming in super strong. Would you guys like an energetic clearing on your social media channels and permission to throw out anybody that's not good juju, that isn't bringing good energy, that you're afraid of posting or afraid of talking because you don't want the trolls, or you don't want to be made fun of, or you don't want them to see who you really are? And some of you are just posting on business pages because you know that they're dead, right? So can we show you to post on your personal page, to post in your groups, to post on the pages that you know are alive? Can we energetically give you permission to use what's at your disposal, and to do what you know will work, instead of focusing on things that you know aren't going to work? There we go. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Oh, I've never done a follower download before. Would you guys like to know what it feels like to have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, 100,000 followers? Would you guys like to know what it feels like to have your content go viral? That is gold right there. I want that, creator. Me too. Oh, there we go. I can feel the fear coming in the room. Heart level fear. Can we release that, please? Can we show that you're worthy and deserving of being visible? There's nothing fake about it. There's nothing about fame that makes you unhappy. Okay, fame, like money, just magnifies what's already within you. It shines a light on the places where you're not letting God in. God wants you to make a bigger impact. It means you have to get out of the way and let him take you, let him show you to the people that need you. Get out the way. I'm just going to take my scrubber brush and scrub the stubborn out of your social media. Come on. I'm going to scrub that stubborn fear out of the Instagram, the TikTok, the Facebook, the Gmail, the website. Just going to scrub it all nice and clean so that it can actually be a true reflection of the gifts of your soul, the incredible service that you give to humanity, and be a lighthouse to those who need you. Ooh, okay, that was good. That was so good. Okay. Hi, Sky. Could you offer a healing for my teenage son, please? He's always been an anxious child and lately been very angry. I'm also concerned with his diet as he's often refusing to eat whole foods. At times, I feel like I'm failing him. Thank you. Okay, my love, I'm going to bring in Archangel Metatron. That's the angel of divine life purpose. And just start by doing a vacuuming of the house, of the bedroom, of the situation. Now, I can't, because I'm asking his higher self, and he hasn't given permission for this, so I'm not going to invade his privacy. He has no idea who I am. But when I'm reading you and when I'm asking, how can I help you? How can I serve you? They're showing me that he needs male role models. You need to get him in the room with people like Anthony Robbins or Brennan Burchard or positive male role models, because he feels like he can't breathe. He's suffocating at school. So he knows that path is not for him. Your son is not a worker bee. He is very gifted. He is very sensitive. He is very switched on. He knows what's happening in the world. He needs more, so much more education-wise, financially, mentally, emotionally than what this school is capable of giving him. So you have to make his world bigger. He's trying to figure out how to be a man, and he doesn't have any kind of men that he looks up to. There's no one in his life that feels like it's authentically him. So you're going to have to find him role models that are authentically like him, right? Like for me, when I was growing up, look at what God had planned for me, right? I needed role models who were spiritually strong, who were emotionally strong, who were mentally strong as women. And at that stage in my life, I had women who were strong, but none of them were strong spiritual forces, the way that I was going to have to be, right? So I really could have done with being placed in situations to show me what I was being asked to embody. And it can be a similar, it's very often a similar thing with boys, is that they do have male role models, but it's just not authentically their vibe. And they have to find someone that is authentically a mirror of what they would like to become, so that they have something to build around, even if it's not, everybody's unique, but even if it's not identical to what they're going to do, it just gives you that structure, right? So if you think about my mentors, some of them were business coaches, some of them were theta healers. But if you look at Vianna Steibel, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? So I was suddenly in the room with a woman who had done and embodied what I wanted to do for humanity. And I was going to do it in a slightly different way, but I still wanted to do it what she was doing, the way she was doing it, with family, with community, with this incredible kindness, right? So it's that energy of being able to put your son in the room with men he wants to embody or become. There's a very good man's conference in London that runs every single year around springtime. But I would look up the YouTube videos of people like David Dada and really look up strong, masculine, divine power men who know how to provide, who know how to protect, who know how to be present, who know how to cherish and to nurture, and who are coming from a place of love instead of from a place of resenting adulthood. That's what I'm seeing for him, because your son is too clever, he's too bright, he's getting frustrated with the level of, because basically all he's being told is graduate, get a job, and it's not who he is. He needs a purpose. So I hope that helps, my love. Go do an energy break. Hi, Sky. Patricia here. Thank you so much for what you're offering. I'm a bit all over the place. Wondering if I could have any guidance about what to focus on next, or info about my visa. Okay, so the first thing that I'm getting is you need to ground. Some of you haven't grounded in a while. So can we just bring up that energy from the heart of Mother Earth all the way into your big, beautiful heart? Now, they're also showing me that you're not sleeping well. So can we show you that it's safe for you to go to sleep even when you haven't finished the tasks of the day? Because sleep is the most important thing for your healing, for your clarity, for your well-being. Half the reason you're so scattered is because you're exhausted, and you need to make space for sleep. So if you don't have a bedtime routine, and this is for me so much right now, right? I need to put my bedtime routine back in. I had it before the move and I lost it during the move. Especially when Bubba was sick. But that half an hour before bed where you are putting on soft music and you are having a shower or a bath and you are, massaging your feet and you are just listening to a guided meditation for sleep or your affirmations, that half an hour to an hour where you are slowing down and you are writing in your journal and you are letting go of the day. Having that space is so important, because if you go to bed without giving yourself that space, you often carry the day with you, right? So for me, it's become like a quick bedtime routine where I do my nighttime prayer and I do my nighttime forgiveness work, but I've been missing out the little nurturing part of bedtime, and I think you have too. So I think it's important for you to start making that at least half an hour for you to integrate the day, so you're not carrying things you don't want to be carrying into the next day or into sleep, right? Okay. Hi, Sky Lovely. Can you tell me and my husband we'll finally sell our houseboat and move? Thank you. Okay, let me have a look. Oh, okay. Archangel Raphael needs to come in because this houseboat its energy is just not good. Can we just clear your boat's energy, please? It's a lot of frustration, a lot of anger. I don't know if you two have been fighting, but this needs to go. So I'm bringing Archangel Raphael to energetically clear this boat out. Oh, so much anger. Come on, let me take it, please. There we go. Let Archangel Michael move this for you. Anyone else that's got this toxic energy in your home, please light a candle, burn some incense, call on Archangel Michael. Say yes to getting this stuff moved. You don't need this in your space. There's some serious self-pity vibes going on as well. Can we release that too? So that you can return to gratitude for what you do have. Okay, there we go. Things don't, self-pity when it comes from the ego perspective, it's a really effing sneaky one. It's kind of like masquerades as self-care and self-love. It's like, oh, but you didn't get the support that you needed. Oh, but if you let them get away with that, then it's always going to be like this. And there's this real sneaky part of it that it really masquerades as self-care. And you know how you know it's not self-care or self-respect? Because it feels like crap. You often feel like crying when you're in self-pity, right? And it doesn't give you the energy that you need to put in the boundaries or to make the changes. So it keeps you energetically stuck. It just masquerades or pretends to be about self-care. So can we release the self-pity and show you self-care is a skill, right? And it requires boundaries and consistent setting of boundaries, which you cannot do from an exhausted place. And self-pity creates huge amounts of exhaustion, and it stops you from receiving, because it goes into this place of the only reason I'm worthy of receiving is because bad things have happened to me. And it's not true. You're worthy of receiving 365 days in every season of your life. There we go. Okay. Hi, Sky. I suffer from alopecia. What can I do about it, Ali? Alopecia is directly linked to your nervous system constantly being in a high state of stress. Okay, so the first thing that I would do is start with some adaptogenics like ashwagandha, like a CBD oil, probably 1,000 mg in strength. I would get some rosemary oil. And note, you only need 1 drop of organic rosemary oil inside some either coconut oil or inside some almond oil to rub on your scalp, right? And to rub into your hair for it to, rosemary's been proven to be more powerful than a lot of the chemicals that they use to regrow hair, just so you know. It's a very powerful hair grower. Start taking MSM. MSM is what got my hair to start growing back after I lost a big chunk of it after the baby. Because it's a very strong sulfur supplement that allows your body to take the minerals where it has to go. And what's the word for it? And I would also recommend doing some face massage as well, because the jaw is like the second strongest muscle in the body, and your muscle often gets locked. So I'll just copy and paste underneath this a link to some YouTube videos that show you how to do mouth and face massage and really use your hands. You're going to have to wash and sterilize your hands, right? Or maybe even wear gloves so that you can go in there and really free up this jaw muscle and free up the back. You want to flip all your head forward or your hair forward. If you don't have any, that's okay. But you want to make sure that the blood is rushing to your head, right? It's because the more blood, the more nutrition, the more oxygen, the more repair work is being done around your face and your scalp. But every day you want to do a scalp massage, and you want to do it with these oils that are telling your hair to start growing again. And then you have to really look at this neglect when we've just been talking about, that's stopping you from receiving support. Because 9 times out of 10 when I deal with alopecia, it's to do with not being supported and not being able to ask for it, thinking you should be able to handle it all by yourself and not being able to meet your own expectations for you. Okay. Thank you so much. These lives are giving me so much, and I learned a lot. They help me in every area of my life. You're welcome, beautiful. It means a lot to me, guys. I know it sounds superficial, but it's not. And it's one of the things I think I feel that I get judged about the most, but it really, you guys make a huge difference in my life as well, in every single way. So I'm very grateful for you. And every time you say thank you, it warms the cockles of my heart. Okay, can I ask about my issue of insomnia? I now get medication due to having depression-related thoughts. Something tells me not to take time and still try and solve it without these. So there are basic things that is important to do around having a peaceful night's sleep. The basics is make sure you have enough magnesium, zinc, selenium. Make sure you have a bedtime routine, which is what we just discussed. Make sure that if you are someone that's a light sleeper, that you have something like white noise, and you can literally type in children's white noise boxes, and you can choose between ocean, rain, but something that means that if you have, teenagers or a partner or roommates that are coming in, it's not going to break your pattern, something for your mind to focus on and also get conditioned with. When this is on, it's my time to sleep, right? Journaling before bed has really been shown to decrease rates of insomnia because it gets it off your chest, It doesn't just get it off your mind, it gets it off your chest. Okay, so I recommend going down that route. And melatonin. So these are blue light glasses. Remember, I don't need glasses. I have 20/20 vision. But because I'm spending so much time on the computer, it would seriously mess with my capacity to create melatonin and with my circadian rhythm, because I'm often working late at night. And, you know, if I don't have blue light glasses, I don't even feel sleepy, because the blue light from the computer and the light from the lamp is making me think that it's daytime. Right? So then my body doesn't do a lot of biochemical reactions of repairing, renewing, regenerating, detoxing that it gets the message to do when melatonin is released. Right? So that's what I would recommend that you do first. You know, and things like chamomile and lavender on your pillow make a huge difference as well. But there's some very good sleep aids too that are completely natural, without you going down the chemical route. But making a bedtime routine sacred is something I'm going to master this year. It's already in my New Year's resolutions. And it's one of the best things that you can do for your health. So I hope that helps. Hi, Skylar. Could you please tell me what place or location is for me and my son's highest good to relocate to, please? Oh, okay. Let me have a look. Okay, I'm hearing the words really strongly, go home. So I'm assuming that that's to do with you going back to a country of origin. There's something about being close to family and getting more financial support and physical support. But I'm healing like this return to home. And they're also showing me taking him to natural places, taking him hiking, taking him walking, taking him to places where he can soak up the nature and enjoy the environment is really important for him. Hi, Scott. I keep asking this as I really want to know. Would you please do a scan and tell me about attracting a husband? What's blocking me? What can I do? And where can I find the best match? Okay, let me have a look. Okay, so first thing they're showing me is you have to address your unconscious bias towards age and marriage. You have some very strong beliefs in the ancestral line that marriage is like a young woman's game. And if you're not married by, you know, like 25, etc., then you're past it, which many cultures have. And then they're showing me, so they're showing me that you have a fear of men. So that's what I would work on, a fear that they want to trap you or they only want you for your body. So I would work on those beliefs, because men are just as loving. They are divine forces of nature. They're not more abusive than women, but you do have to trust your gut, because they are hardwired to hunt, right? So men are hardwired to hunt until they find the right one, but they will take the wrong one and play with it, right? So our gut is to tell whether or not we're the right one for him. And if the answer is no, then you don't waste your time with it. But you do have to talk with men. You do have to put yourself out there, and you do have to be consistent in that you don't just put the same thing with as I was talking about with social media for your business. You can't just date when you feel like it. It's not how it works. You have to date until you find the right person, right? And dating and romance is an energy, and I recommend reading things like Mills and Boon books or erotica novels, because you need to switch that on. It's an energy of feeling attractive. So that's why in so many romance manifestation books, they say date yourself, buy yourself flowers, wear feminine clothes, light candles, play soft music. It's starting to bring in that energy, because romance is an energy. Soulmate is an energy, just like businesses, just like health is. And if you're focused on like even just what do I have to do to attract a soulmate, it's not your job as a woman. Your job as a woman is to be herself and to be in her feminine, and then the men chase, right? You don't see flowers running around chasing bees. The bees go and get the flowers. So it's not your job to work out how to get a guy. Your job is to work out how to be the most yourself and to be the happiest that you can be, and to be excited about meeting people. Because what women often forget as well is that they are the ones that reject the men. So a man is looking at you in a coffee shop, in the gym, in the swimming pool, you know, when you're on a walk with your dog, and he's finding you attractive and he's single, And, you know, even if he's your soulmate, and if you don't look up, if you don't smile, if you don't give any indication that you are open to connection, that you are open to interaction, then his chances of coming up to you decrease by about 60%, because men don't like getting rejected. It's a risk for them. They will do it, but it hurts, right? So we think that, like, if a guy that we don't like comes on to us, that it's insulting or that it's disgusting, or that why are they even thinking about that? But that's how this works. Men initiate relationships. So when we're thinking, oh God, that guy's a sleaze or blah, blah, they feel those thoughts, right? And they hurt. Let me just be honest, they completely hurt. So it's being in that energy of being open and being approachable and making eye contact wherever you are. And that's probably why I'd say that in my intimate relationships, I've actually never had to date. What I have had to do is be open and be available. And, you know, that's when you get the energy of men crossing the street to tell you that they want to be with you, or that they would like to go out with you. I remember when I was 4 months pregnant with my son, and there was this little bakery in London that's closed now. It closed during COVID, but they used to do these amazing gluten-free, sugar-free, vegan cakes. And I would use that as an excuse to walk from our flat in Old Street all the way into Covent Garden. So I would get my steps in, but then I would come home with these cakes. And I loved picking out these cakes. And I always was very excited about going to the shop to get these cakes. And I think it must have been about the second week that I was walking to get these cakes. And this really lovely guy comes out of a coffee shop and says, you know, I really know I'm probably going to come across as a weirdo, but you are something else. And I really like your light. And I think you're so beautiful. Would you please consider having a coffee with me, or at least letting me walk with you to where you're going? And I smiled at him and I said, thank you so much, but I'm married and I'm pregnant. And his face just became ash, right? And I hadn't even meant to hurt him. But that's how the nature of rejection is that you cannot even mean to hurt someone, but when they've got their hopes up about a relationship or a future with you, you know, just the saying no can be a disappointment. So be kind with men, right? Don't look at it like they're crazy, sleazy creatures. They're not. They are vulnerable human beings looking for love, looking for connection, and they're going to get rejected along the way, which is super hard. So be kind, right? Be really, really kind. So let's just bring in the romance angels, Archangel Shamuel and Archangel Raphael, so that you can step more into your feminine. All the goddesses are coming in around you to help you really soften. Stop trying to make them love you. Stop trying to make them like you. Stop trying to make yourself attractive, and come from that place of feeling attractive, being attractive. What are the things that make you feel attractive? Right? For me, it's, you know, silly things like cake, or long walks, Mills and Boon books, jewelry, what's the word? Art galleries, getting my hair blown out. It can be things that cost nothing, and it can be things like sitting on the beach all morning, or it can be things like making a cup of tea and having the time to sit in the garden and drink it from beginning to finish. So what makes you feel attractive? What makes you feel happy? Because that's what makes your energy open. And when your energy opens, that's what allows people to connect with you, right? Okay. One more. Hi, Katie. Oh, hi, Sky. Katie Culligan, also from Scotland here. Hello. So grateful for your generous offerings. I feel so stuck. Is this the time to leave the traditional psychology practice? I think yes. Like, I'm really getting your angels going yes, but they're also showing me you don't have to leave behind being a psychologist. You just have to change your insurance so that you can practice. But your psychology is beautiful. You just need to let yourself be a bit more woo-woo, right? You don't need to leave psychology behind. You just need to add to what you're doing. It's kind of like, I don't need to leave theta behind. I don't need to leave hypnosis behind. I can carry them with me to where I'm going, and they're a beautiful part of who you are. So you can, being successful, being happy comes from being authentic in everything that you practice. So can we show you that you can be successful? Because there's like I'm really getting a strong feeling of I have to, you know, be more spiritual to be successful. And it's like, no, you have to know your worth. And you have to show up and talk to people, right? Whether it's online or in person, and teach. Okay, there we go. And you have to work, right? So I love Marissa Peer on this because I think she's more authentic than most of the coaches out there in the coaching space. I do believe in, quantum jumping and manifestation, but I also believe that you will have to create the courses, you will have to write the book, you will have to show up and serve. So can we show you that focusing on a project to completion isn't like a block to your success? Release all this comparison. Why are other people so much further ahead than me? Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to do our closing prayer here, and I will see you guys at the Soulmate Shadow Work Masterclass tonight. I could not be more excited. It's been a long time since I've done Soulmates, but I think we need to clear this up before Christmas. I'm so happy it's December. Medical intuitive discovery calls are now officially completely booked up. I have another person onboarding today to help with the sales. She's a friend who's also done the medical intuitive in the course and knows you guys really well. So hopefully it will be a smooth transition. Let's do this. Oh, great spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my Father, my Mother, Atanaha, all that is. We thank you for our lives and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, Amen, Namaste.